Alrighty, good day of work, second day in full pads, and really a day that we really needed to get some tackling in, to get some real life scrimmage, and just see the reality of where we are. You know, gave Rojo just a little bit of limited work. He got a heavy work day yesterday, but really wanted to see those next guys up, and kind of expected, expected the runners to run well, and they did. And especially, you see Stephen Carr bring some explosiveness to the table, really make some explosive runs. And then you see Vi Malape, who I thought was a bruising back, especially down on the goal line. You can see where he's going to come into play on third and shorts and goal line situations, as well as Sid, where, I expected from Sid, but to see those two young kids really go out there and perform was very nice to see. You saw the confidence that 14 has in Deontay to be able to hook up, especially in the red zone. But what I was pleased with is to see Vellis make a huge play in that scrimmage, as well as Tyler Barnes to step up in that type of atmosphere, a competitive atmosphere, and make plays was really good to see. It was also great to have our referees out here today, Pac-12 referees, and get the reality of right now. You could see it on tape and preaching it, that we're a poor hands team right now out on the perimeter. We've got to be better. You saw about a half dozen flags out there from just not having our hands in the right place, and that comes with young people, teaching them technique and fundamentals. Thank goodness we're only in practice 6, and we got 23 to go. But for the first week of work, really good week. Proud of the way they competed. We'll take a day off tomorrow and then get right back to work in kind of a routine week. A light Monday, heavy Tuesday, situational Wednesday and Thursday, light Friday, and then a performance Saturday, and try to get in routine of a game week. Injury-wise, kind of held Marvell Tell with a little bit of a tight hamstring, no pull, but he got tight. And they got really good news on Josh Fallow, no structural damage in his knee, has a pretty good bone bruise that will take probably a week or so to get right. That'll be a day-to-day thing, so really happy with that. With that, I'll answer any questions that you got.
Tyler, he was out?
Yeah, he got a little dinged, so we went through concussion protocol just to be safe, but wasn't feeling all that great today, and so we held him out.
Was today a positive one for the O-line?
I really thought so, especially running the ball. We wanted to see the runners run. We really need to be able to establish, the 2, 3, 4 runner. And it was good to see the physicality of the offensive line, especially the young kids. That first group I expected from, they've played a lot of ball, but to see the 2s and 3s operate and function at that level was good to see.
What does Stephen do that's really special in your mind?
I think he's got a great vision. He reminds me a little bit of Rojo, that I have no idea where he's going, but those special players like a Ronald Jones at running back, like a Sam Darnold at quarterback, they see things that others don't, and his ability to put one foot in the ground, change direction with what he sees. He makes full speed decisions, and you're looking at a 200-pound man that's extremely explosive.
It looks like he has terrific control, the ability to this way and then that way.
Yeah, he's got that. You don't see the crossover move we like to call basketball, where you chop your feet. He truly puts one foot in the ground and is able to transition in another direction. So really good day by him.
How valuable is the full pads for assessing and evaluating young guys like Stephen?
I can't wait to watch the film. We're actually coming back tonight to watch the film with the team, so we're watching that as a staff as soon as I walk out of here, and then we're watching it with the team tonight, because this is a learning experience. There's no better tape than we can have than to put the ball down, get full live tackling, and just see who can operate right now. It's only week 1. We got 4 more weeks prior to our first game, but today was a really good day for us from a physical standpoint, and being able to teach off film technique and fundamentals.
With the defense has a lot of starters returning, and not a lot of positional battles that seem wide open at least. How do you keep up the competition between
I think just a sense of pride. You saw a 42 call them all up right there at the end, because they're not used to having points scored on them very much, and they have a lot of pride about them as a unit, and they don't like to give up much. So I don't think I'm going to have to worry about them. It's neat to see our leaders really go through 6 practices. Really, if you're going to say this is maybe the first day the offense was slightly ahead, they had won basically 5 days in a row, and the offense did a nice job today.
On the offensive line, could you name some of the guys that you're seeing that you're saying, wow?
Yeah, I mean, you think of the guys that have been here. I think of Nico and Toa and how they're operating in two positions. I would expect that from them. I think about some of the younger kids. You know, right now Andrew Voorhees and Austin are playing at a very high level. Have been very pleased with Roy Hemsley as well as Jacob Daniels with his transition over. Just seems really natural at the position. I think there'll be some growing pains for him, but his future is really, really bright. And you know, I thought Chuma may have had his best practice yesterday since he's been here as a Trojan. I told him that. I thought he was phenomenal yesterday. His competitiveness, his athleticism. So that group's really coming together, and that's the key to winning championships, is that offensive defensive line. That's only how far you're going to go is how they lead you.
Is Jalen McKenzie on scholarship, and do you anticipate the former walk-ons to continue their scholarships in 2017? Yeah,
so what we've done thus far right now is Jalen, because we have finished practice one, he was a blue shirt opportunity, advanced scholarship opportunity. He has signed his NLI and is on scholarship, and we continued 3 scholarships for Matt Lopes, for Ruben Peters, and for James Torrey.
Tyler Vaughn's, what have you guys thought of him for him to be able to get those first team wins?
Yeah, you know, one of the things that you see from Tyler that I like is he's really making the tough catches to go against, you know, one of our better corners on our team, and Biggie, and to be able to go up and make that play, that tough catch. That's what we're looking for. I showed the whole entire team the things that some of the catches that Darius and Juju made last year. You think about that catch at Colorado that I showed him, where he pulls it over the corner's head. You think of Juju in that game on the 3rd down at the end of the game to win the game. I think of Darius Rogers versus Kellen King at Washington, where he reaches around his back and makes a huge 3rd down play for us. You know, those are the type of plays that a Pittman and a Vaughns and those outside receivers, a Mortar Bebe, Randall Grimes, Joseph Lewis, we've got to be able to see that in these next 23 practices. So we're trying to simulate some of those, and some of them happened today. You know, we called Tyler's number, and he made the play, and that's great to see. We want to be able to really hope there's not a production loss from last year. It's going to take some work, but it was good to see some of those plays made today.
Quick question on Sam.
I thought he was really, really good. Protected the ball well. He took what was there. His feet were extremely active in the pocket, which I like to see. There was no laziness, and really I thought had a great sense of command. By far his best practice of camp, without question. Thank you, guys.